You're listening to This Week in Real Estate with your host, Rob Golfi. Brought to you by the Golfi Team at RE/MAX Escarpment, featuring Conrad Zerini, broker-owner of RE/MAX Escarpment Realty Inc., and Brian Hogben, owner of Mission 35 Mortgages. Let's hear what's going on in real estate this week.
What the heck is going on? Brian from Mission 35, Conrad Zerini, RE/MAX Escarpment, and Niagara, and myself here. You know, I'll tell you something. I got to tell you something. I'm going to give a little shout out to, her name is Madeline Towns. I think she's with you, Conrad. Do you know? She's with RE/MAX Escarpment, I think. She is a genius on TikTok.
Oh, wow. Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. You gotta follow her. She's pretty cool. I follow her. Cool. She's live all the time. So she's given me an inspiration to maybe try Facebook, not TikTok live in the next, I'm going to try it next week. I'm just going to get on there and do what she does. And
whatever.
She answers questions. She does home evals right there on the spot for people. Like, I don't know. She's just a natural at it. And she's being herself. She doesn't care what she looks like. She's got, it's like sometimes so I'm telling you.
Well, she's nailed it. Yeah,
she
awesome.
has nailed it.
That's what it is.
She has nailed it. And and I follow her and you know what? You actually get, when you listen to her and watch her, that's who she is. She'll tell people, "What the hell's your problem? Why are you asking me that stupid question?" Like right out. I think, but look her up. Look up at her TikTok when you get a chance.
Wow.
So the one thing I want to talk about before is Conrad. Listen, like these numbers are crazy for the start of the year. Now, sales our unit sales are down from last year. Now, last year we could say we're almost on the same level or not. Our sales, are we in a different market, or are we back on from January to last January, this January? Can you say it's on same, or are we apples oranges on it?
I think we're still. I think we're apples oranges a bit. Yeah. I think still. Like December was well. Wait a minute. Okay, 20. You got to remember December 2020, 2021 was down over 2020, but it was way above. It was way above 2019. So sometimes maybe you got to go back to
2
the
years,
normal market, right?
Yeah.
So to really get it, because this is really weird, right? So
Okay. So all sales units are down in like the Hamilton, Halton, Niagara, and Brantford areas.
Yep.
They're all down. Unit numbers are down. Now the average sale price. So I'm looking at Hamilton, Conrad. So the year ended off in Hamilton. That's including Waterdown, Flamborough, Stony Creek, and all. Like you just hit Hamilton on Matrix. It ended off pretty well, like 800,000 was the average sale price for the whole area.
Yeah.
Okay. The first 20 days, and I know you can't judge 20 days. You could have one major high sale that could, get that number off. But in the first 20 days in Hamilton and surrounding area, the average sale price is $952,300, up 19%. Okay. Yep. And in Halton, up 16%. Niagara, up 16%. And Brantford, 21%. Now, I know 20 days is not a gauge you can go by, but we're talking these are big numbers. They're double digits. Do you think we're gonna continue going up? We can't hit 25%. Like we're at almost 20%, 21% Brantford, and 19% or 20% in Hamilton. Now, if we hit 25, obviously we know it's going to plateau and come down a bit, but we're still going to be way higher than we were last year. Or is this,
I did some numbers too after we spoke, and I looked at I split Hamilton, just Hamilton, and then I did surrounding areas, and then I did Burlington. In Hamilton it was 598 January 2021, and now it's 814. So it's 200. That's significant, right?
That's huge.
Huge. Well, Burlington, it was 1 million, and now it's 1,367,000. So yeah, the biggest jump though, I gotta say, like from the month, like so far, was Burlington. Burlington was 1,255, and now it's 1,367. So it was probably your biggest jump, I think, that we've seen so far.
And like, I just don't get it. Like now, I honestly don't get it. It's like, I don't think, well, first of all, I think this is once in a lifetime for everybody. I can't see maybe in 50 years this happening again. I don't know. But like, we're doing a reset. This is a reset for real estate. Like, this is the new norm now, like at these prices. Yeah. I know, you know what I mean? Like we hear about other countries and other cities in other countries, real estate values, you know, are expensive. And we're just like, wow, you know, that, you know, it's crazy. Now, the whole world, I guess the G20 or the G7 or G8, whatever it is. I mean, all those countries are experiencing what we're experiencing, and they're trying to control, and they're trying to control and trying to stop this inflation. You can't stop it. That's just the way it is. Like there's you know, I just find it incredible. And my theory on this thing is it will level out. It's going to still spike a little bit. Yeah, but it will level out. It will still be higher than last year. But wasn't there a prediction that Niagara was going to be up 14% in 2022? Like,
I had mine was probably about 16, 17, I think. Yeah.
For the whole year, right?
Yeah, the whole year. And look, you know, I was going back. Those are November, early December numbers that we had to predict on. I always felt Q1 was going to be the bulk of the appreciation. Yeah. Look, I talk to agents all the time, and you probably know yourself, Rob. There's a lot of homes in the pipeline that they're waiting for us to be out of lockdown, right? So this is almost like April, April 2020. Remember when we dropped about 60% in units? Now we're not seeing that kind of drop in units, but I think you're going to see a ton of stuff coming on, and then it'll start to stabilize.
Yeah. So anyway, everybody knows real estate's going up. So, I mean, that's just kind of thing, but just it's nice to everybody hear what we're saying. But here's another thing that just experienced. Now, Brian, first one that's happened, an appraisal came of what the buyers paid for, multiple offers, and are the banks getting scared, or the appraisers being an idiot, or like, I mean, if a willing buyer is willing to pay for that.
Yep. It all comes down to, I think in those cases, comparables, right? With the market skyrocketing as quickly as it is, there's no comparable yet. Like I know you had the situation with the $50,000 light appraisal. We just had one this week. It was over $100,000 light. The appraisal came in. So it's, and we didn't see this happen very often at all in 2021, but it's just right now. I think this moment in time in January of 2022, the numbers that you're talking about with, such a reduced amount of transactions, there's still buyers out there, right? Like, as we talked about before, the number of showings per property is over 100, I think Conrad said.
Right? Like it's crazy. It's insane.
So that means that price is it's going up so high. And unfortunately, we might see that a little bit more this quarter. We might see a little bit more. And I think that's why it's important to make sure that you got a backup plan. When you go to your bank and get pre-approved, they've got one plan for you. But when a mortgage broker comes in and they say, you know what, listen, you're going to go 100 or 200 or 300 or 400,000 over asking, what's your backup plan if it doesn't appraise? Because there are backup plans. There are things you can do. You can change the structure of a mortgage. It might cost you a bit more. That's why it's a plan B. You might get, and we saw in this case where the appraisal came in over 100K light, mom and dad had to take out an additional secured line of credit on the property in order to up the down payment, because the lenders and the banks, they always take the lesser of the purchase price or the appraised value. Right. So if you bought it here and the appraised value is here, that's the benchmark where they're going to finance it at. And then you got to make up the difference.
Yeah.
I just want to say one thing. Listing agents, really, it's inherent upon a listing agent now to really discover a little bit deeper about the buyers. Are they 30? If somebody's saying that they're 20% down and they paid a whopping amount of money, I don't know. I'd be like, okay, who's got 30 and 35%? Because you're going to need that 15% cushion at this point. Because, like I said, Burlington went up 100,000 in 1 month. Like there's no way an appraiser can really. And see, Burlington is funny. It's January is always low inventory. People are away. Realtors are away. It's probably the worst month in real estate in Burlington by far compared to other surrounding areas. This year with the lower inventory, 100,000, these appraisers are, they're spinning. They just can't even compute.
I'm going to tell you something. Towards the end of October, beginning of November, on the radio show, I said that I should go by, and I was picking an area like in Toronto. What's that nice area that everybody goes to? What's the name of it? Downtown in Toronto, Yorkville?
Like Rosedale? Yorkville. Okay, yeah.
Yorkville.
Rosedale is. Yeah.
So maybe Rosedale. So let's say I picked an area in Toronto. I said, buy a house now, close on it. This is in November. Close on it at the end of January or sometime in February. And when you close on it, put it back up for sale. You probably made 20 points on it. And you know what? And it's becoming true right now. Mm-hmm. It is becoming true. So I predicted that was going to happen. Buy a house in November. You didn't even have to carry it. You just had to carry it for maybe a month, because you obviously have to put it up for sale, and then you have to wait for the closing on that. But I guarantee it that you could have bought something and made $200,000-$300,000 or even more on a high-end house on a quick turnaround, maybe owning it for 30 to 60 days the most. See that?
Yeah.
Just incredible. Yeah. But
watch the condo market in Toronto. Watch the condo market, because that's entry level. You won't even believe what's going to happen. Everybody's coming back to school, immigration. Keep an eye on the condo market. I think that's really where it's going to be crazy.
Got to check it out. So one last thing. Okay, the mortgages question. Conrad, are you getting a lot of people buying buying a house and now they can't the banks aren't appraising it, and now what goes on there? There's a lot. People, if they can't afford the extra down payment, what do they do? They got to, they lose their down payment now. This is their dream home that they thought they're going to get. Now they're going to lose their down payment and their dream home because the appraiser kind of messed up or vice whatever. Like how does a guy survive this situation?
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. It's inherent on the listing agent to really ask the buyer agent, and you're going to have to get some hard facts and some data. Definitely, I would say. Look, yeah, they're walking away from deposits, and we're seeing that more and more. And unfortunately, because if they're hefty, it could put people behind in terms of being able to buy again, without a doubt. I think there's this notion of winning. I got a small theory. I think DocuSign has really done a disservice to the market, because it's so easy to just sign something DocuSign, and then the top three people, they hear 54 offers and they want to win. It's not even a matter of making sense anymore, right? Rob, you've seen it, right?
Yeah. I know.
And I think people just should say, you know what? Like if you're not going to really compete, then why throw in an offer? You're not going to get at asking price. And we're seeing a lot of them just at asking, and it's just pushing the market up because of the excitement, right?
I know. I got you. Everybody wants to win. Okay. Few more minutes. Iceberg basements. Is that what it's called? Iceberg basement. Did you read up on that?
Yeah, I read up
Iceberg
on that.
These are basements that have 2 or 3 levels in the basement.
Yeah.
I was talking to Brian earlier, but I think it's kind of cool. I didn't even think about that. You can actually go, maybe 50 feet down. Like I'm thinking like it was just for bunkers, but I mean, like this is for the wealthy. In the UK, They've been doing this. They're trying to actually kind of stop this thing, regulate it more. They're doing it in BC. They're digging basements as deep as you would build an apartment building.
Yeah, I thought when you first mentioned it, it was going to be like a glorified wine cellar when you said iceberg. No,
this is like
it's pools down there. There's one example where there's an in-ground pool in the basement and then a basketball court. Like, Con,
well, UK, they did it. I was there when there was a road collapsed, a street collapsed because there was 2 guys building the iceberg, and it caused the street to collapse.
No,
and they were very close proximity to each other. And I remember, it was all cordoned off. I was like, what is going on here? Some of the photos I've seen is just off the charts. You're right, like deep, wine cellars. The pools are exceptional.
Like golf simulators and movie like home theaters and stuff like that. Like I thought that's great. Like if you can go down deep, and the thing is, you're not taxed on going down that deep. You're taxed on anything above grade, aren't you?
That's right. Yeah.
So I mean,
these were $30 million townhouses, though. You got to remember, these are homes that are 30, 40 million pounds, right? So you
would see this in the bridle path, probably, like the mega millionaires, that the bridle paths. I'm sure, like Drakey, I'm sure he's dug 50 feet deep just to get all his cars and his toys and whatever else he's got down buried below his house. You know what I mean? But I mean, I you know what? I didn't even think of that, but yeah, it's starting to come around. Like it's starting to come to Canada. BC's doing it, and who knows if they're going to start regulating it, and you have to get a permit to go even deeper building. So anyway, always something new, isn't there, guys? Always something new.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, listen. Thanks for coming on. Have a great weekend. It was great chatting with you guys.
Thanks, Rob.